it's cheering for us. How cool is that?
Did it just cheer for us? I feel like
you gotta love a Mr. Timer. You gotta love a Mr. Timer. All right.
By the way, I've been over here like editing my Bitmoji because it was like
I was jamming out. I was like, okay, I gotta add the link to the 24 days of Quickies. I gotta add the stash busting Quickies. I gotta add Destination Lane. Is that everything? And then I was just like jingling bells. I was like,
I was over here busting a groove thing with my phone in my hand, and then I was like, can they see me? But like that was a wild ride of holiday music. Just gonna go ahead and say it. Like started out one way and then we ended up with rock and roll and then like jazz.
I have no idea. I don't think it's, I mean, Mr. Timer has never let me down before with copyrighted music. So if it ends up being copyrighted, we'll remove it. Because you know, that's not what I'm trying to do.
Right.
So but that's all right. Mr. Timer, we start off 24 days of Quickies with Mr. Timer. After this, we're actually gonna have our own timer going on. That's why you're doing your Bitmoji. We're going to have some Bitmoji things happening. So that'll be fun. We'll create that. But hello, everybody. How are you? December 1st. And everybody taking that in yet?
Well, I'm still like, it's honestly like all of the reels on Instagram that were like small business owners going, when did it become November? It's November. Why is it November? I'm still there and it's December.
It's December. Well, like, I mean,
where did it go? Like, where did everyone go?
November for a while. So
I mean, I'm still like, how are we here,
dude? November for me, I don't know about all of you guys, but November for me, holy moly, like it was. We're gonna, last minute change it up the turkey trot, like literally last minute.
Yeah.
It was a vacation, and then I got stuck in Denver for 3 days, and then it was the turkey trot, and then it was now the stash busting Quickies. But preparing for all of that, like in November, it's been tricky, but all is well, all is good, because we are here to celebrate the 24 days of Quickies. And I'm so happy about it. Those of you who have been through this rodeo essentially with us before, you know how it works. I've already dropped the link in the video description box below. We will be doing a screen share so that you guys can check out what we are talking about, and we describe how 24 days of Quickies works. But before we do that, let me introduce my guest who will be joining me throughout the 24 days of Quickies, because last year you guys loved it when we were together, and we were like, well, we got to do that again. So I've dragged her here, just like I often drag her to join me with many different things.
Hashtag Marley made me do it.
Hashtag Marley made me do it, for real.
I mean, I think I'm just going to be honest. I think that I was maybe the first person to say that.
Oh yeah. I think you totally were.
Like that was,
I think it was you, or it was Marla, my Canadian tester contractor.
Yeah. Like, Marley made me do it. Like, let's just talk about how I'm just going to help you hand out prizes at the PJ party, and then I'm dancing. It's like boiling. You just slowly raise the temperature on a frog. I get it. Fine.
It's fine. So this is Lindsay, everybody. This is Lindsay Martin, owner, creator, all the things, all the hats at Erin Lane Bags. Also one of my best friends. Man, I am feeling like super, it's the end of the year. It's Christmas. I'm emotional. So if I just said you're my best friend, I'm about ready to break out into tears. What is this the way the day is going to be?
That's okay. I don't remember what I was watching the other day. Just I wasn't even watching anything. I was reading the Supernatural Prison books that you read that I very much enjoyed. And they were talking about moms. Just sat at my sewing machine and sobbed.
Yep.
And I called my sister. I'm like, I don't even know why. Like the way they're describing this mom isn't even like my mom. Like not anywhere close. Like not even things mom did. But all of a sudden, I'm just sitting there, just sobbing. And my sister's like, "Gremlins, man. It's that time of year. They hide behind the bushes and then just jump out at you and just like, bam."
Love Tracy. Yeah, that's exactly what it feels like. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to have you here, Linz. We've got lots of things to talk about. So let's kind of dive in. Let's see. I mean, there's a lot of people here saying hello. I'm going to jump over to the comments and let's say hi. So we have Brat's mom in the house. Good morning. Brat's mom is present and accounted for. Linda, I'm so happy to have you here. It's nice to have you here. We also have Mandy from Louisiana. What a cute picture. What a cute picture. I love that.
Aww.
And then Crafty Ferret Mama from Alabama.
I love that.
So many. Halloween Mischief is back. It does not feel like December.
Amazing.
Yeah, totally does not feel like December, you guys. No. It does not. Let's see here. Victoria Rice. The turkey trot was absolutely perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for saying that, because as many of you know, I changed my mind on the turkey trot last minute. Like literally, I think we posted on a Monday on what the supply list was. And I called Robin Sunday night and I said, I think we need to change it. She was like, what?
That is the best, right? That is a very, you guys don't know. That is exact. She would have leaned in and been, what?
Yeah, she goes, what? And I said, hear me out. And so I explained to her why. And so I showed her my original one, which is the brioche slipper, which is in the stash busting quickies. And I said, look, here's how it's constructed. Here's, I watched this Russian YouTube channel and I was mesmerized the whole time. And I'm like, so it's the shape just mesmerized me. I was like, this is brilliant. I'm like, okay, what can I, how do I change things? And I got to figure out my own measurements, figure out my own stitches, all the things that you do, right? Like a sweater is a sweater is a sweater. There's just different construction, Yeah. And so I'm showing her that. And so then you see her engineer mind just ticking, and you see her creativity going, oh yeah, this could be interesting. Oh yeah. So then all of a sudden, like we're talking, and I mean, I'm going to be honest. Like we kept saying, all right, so because it looks very phallic like on day 2. So we kept saying, so when you get that, can I say the P word? I don't know. It's in the morning. I'm not going to go, you get it. We're going to when you get the P word shape, then you got to do this. And it was just, I mean, it was like hysterical as we were talking about it, but our creative juices were just flowing. And all of a sudden we were like, yep, this is what we need. Let's tell them this much yarn. So that way, because we were still designing at that point, because we literally had just came up with the design, right?
Right.
So we were like, we won't go over this amount of yarn. We'll have this much yarn and we'll just go with it. So it was very, very, very successful. So many people are very happy with it, which makes me very, very happy.
I think it's really interesting that you say that you follow like Russian knitting channels.
Oh, I totally do.
Because I follow like literally all of the Korean and Chinese and Taiwanese sewing channels. Mm-hmm. Like I follow all of those because I get it. All of the bag groups that all the bag groups on Facebook that I follow, like about construction and materials, where to get, like who's shipping fastest. That's a big thing we're discussing right now. All of like someone will be like, oh, I wrote this pattern. And I'm like, I saw that on this channel 3 weeks ago. And like, I get it because like, if you're not a person who knows construction and stepping, like if you don't know, this is the basic construction of a bag, like a sweater, a bag is a bag. It's just the way you put it together is different, or the way you construct it is different, or the stitch pattern is different, or the fabric is different, whatever. Uh-huh. So it's one of those things where like, I don't need you to tell me like, this is how you're going to cut something. Like, give me measurements. I'll write that down.
Right.
Give me like basic steps. I can follow that. And then like, I can make a bag, but I get why someone would like write a pattern from it. But I just think it's funny that like you follow Russian knitting and I follow.
I totally do. I
love the Korean channels are my favorite, mostly because of the happy upbeat music.
So I follow the Russian channels so much because I love watching them knit. It's so interesting because they purl differently than I do. And but I'm starting to understand the words for like knit and purl. I don't know how to say them, but I can understand them. And I'm like, oh, all right. Like I'm following along and I'm listening and I'm like, oh, okay, I get this. Okay, I get this. And then they'll measure in centimeters and they're like, it'll be like 19 centimeters. I'm like, all right, I got this. So about 4 inches, I'm around there. And I'm like, okay. And it's just so interesting. But it's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
I'm really impressed that like the Korean channels that I follow, there's no speaking. It's just music and like hands.
Yeah, the Russian channels and the Turkish. I follow some Turkish individuals.
So it's just interesting because like where your inspiration? Where do you learn new things? Like anytime that I watch a tutorial, and I watch plenty of them, anytime I watch a tutorial with like, that's obviously like a influencer in the sewing industry made that you like a step through of how to make this pattern or whatever. I'm like, oh, that's what I need, right? Like I'm stuck on this part. I'm like clicking through. I'm like, yep, got it. Like I understand why it's there. I appreciate that they're taking the time to do this very detailed tutorial.
I'm the same way.
Necessary. But like for me, I'm like, I don't need this. I need this. I need this 30 seconds.
That's so funny. That's so funny. All right. So there are a lot of people here, but I do want to say this one. Chrissy Jeffries. Hey, girl. Hey. So everybody out there, as you are enjoying the 24 days of Quickies, you need to give Chrissy a shout out and tell her thank you, because this is her baby. Y'all don't know, Chrissy started working for me last year. It's been a little over a year now. She's still with me. And I laid this on her last year as one of her first huge projects. And she jumped in with both feet, did amazing. And she has just taken the reins over on this completely. She has organized it with all of the designers. She did all of the graphics. She set up the entire blog post. She is going in and updating all the blog posts every day. She sends out the reminders to the designers to be like, hey, don't forget, tomorrow's your day. Like she's organized all of the prizes. This is her baby, y'all. So we need to say, hey, Chrissy Jeffries, you are amazing. Thank you for this gift you are giving us, because she's awesome. Love Chrissy.
Like as a person, like she emailed me and was like, do you want to do like a special on a day? Like, do you want to do like a holiday armadillo or like something, we feature you? And I was like, yes, I have like a whole thing that I'd like to do. So can we do it after this date? And she's like, how about this date? I was like, yes, that's perfect. And it was like immediate responses. Like it almost felt like a text message chain, not an email chain. She is amazing. If I could clone her and have a Chrissy of my own, I would.
Don't take
people.
Everybody takes my people.
I'm not gonna girl.
No, not you. No, not you.
I would never. But like, if she had a clone, I'd take the clone.
I hear you. I love it. I know. I'm trying to keep my people close. I lost Caitlin. Dang, we crochet. No, it's good. It's been great. And Caitlin is welcome back anytime. She would love the group of wonderful women that I work with. It's awesome. So Chrissy Jeffries, thank you so much. So I say we dive in. We are here. We are in the thick of this. Everybody is excited. So here is how it works, everybody. The 24 days of Quickies was actually Caitlin's idea several years ago. She was so cute when she came up with the idea. She goes, I think we should do the whole month of December, from December 1st to Christmas, do a free pattern every day. And I'll connect with these designers and we'll get everything set up. So this was her baby. She surprised me with it. And she was like, I knew you would find the whole idea of a Quickie funny, because I have the humor of a 12-year-old child, guys, a 12-year-old little boy. And so she's like, 24 days of Quickies with Marley Bird. And I was like, that's hilarious. She goes, I knew you'd love it. And I said, I do. And so it has stuck. So I think this is the third or fourth year. Is this the fourth year? I think it's the fourth year. I think it's the fourth year. We've been doing this. It keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger every year. Everybody loves it. You guys love it. The designers love it. It's great because as designers, we're able to give you guys patterns that typically you wouldn't be able to get in a PDF format, right? Like they might be free on the website, but you wouldn't get them in the PDF unless you purchased. And the return is that you guys visit all of our websites, right? So the return there is that as you visit our website, we make money on the ads. So it's no cost to you. It's no cost to us, so to speak. You know what I mean? Yes, there's expenses to putting together the pattern, but it's this really symbiotic, is that the right word, exchange of time, and we're able to gift you this wonderful pattern. You're able to gift us your time that you spend on our website. Maybe you find somebody that's new to you and you're like, I really like their designs. You can sign up to their newsletter. Some designers might actually have you sign up for the newsletter before you get the pattern. I don't know. That's totally up to them on how they handle that. Our only request is like, hey, can you offer a pattern? Everything else is up to them. And all the designers are so generous, so kind, and they have been delightful to work with. A lot of them are new to me. They'll be new to you. I think it's so exciting for me. You guys know that. I mean, I have not peaked at the lineup or the designer list or anything like that. Like I haven't peeked because I didn't want to know what everybody was doing. I want to be surprised like you. So like even this morning, I've pulled up the URL, but I haven't scrolled yet. So I'm like, okay, I happen to know what one of the items is because I had to use the thumbnail for this video, but I don't know. So what you will do is this. So let's jump in. And I've got to do the screen share again. Let me get it up here.
So I thought this was really great. Victoria just said that she was thanking Chrissy for making like an Advent like calendar because, you know, like everybody loves those Advent boxes, which I think are fun, but like I don't have that time. So I never buy one. I always like aspirationally think I'm going to get one. And then I'm like, no, that is pressure. I can't. But like, this is a great like Advent thing if you didn't do a box because you can use stash and you have something new to make every day.
Yeah.
And they all take one day. This is brilliant.
That's the idea is they take one day. Now there are some pieces that will take you a little bit longer, but it's a free pattern. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. All right, so this up here, let me take this banner off of so that we can get the full page. All right, so up here at the top, you guys, this is the URL. Okay, that's a URL. That's the website address that you will use throughout this entire event. All right. If you have watched my Chrome bookmarking hack video before, then you know how this works. If you make yourself a folder up here in Chrome, and if you just label it Marley Bird, it is a great place for you to put all of the websites that like the website URLs that we use for various events. Okay, so for example, you can see in here that we had the Turkey Trot 2020. We have the Marley Birds 3-in-1 hand warmers, the 24 days of quickies from last year, the countdown to New Year's from last year, the game day mystery make along from this year. I didn't add Tournament of Stitches or anything else, but all of these links, if you know how I do any of my make-alongs or anything, I always put everything on one single page. And that page is essentially like, that's your hub. And from that hub, it links out to whatever else you might need. Okay. To me, that's the easiest way to make things happen. Does that make that page long? Yes, it does. Which means don't think things aren't there. Just keep scrolling, right?
Just keep scrolling.
Just keep scrolling. But if you make yourself a folder, when you get to this URL, all you can do, you can take this little lock button, you could just drag it right over there to that folder and drop it in. Now my 24 days of quickie patterns is in that folder and I don't have to go looking for that URL every day. I can just open up my folder.
For some reason, when you click on that folder, it doesn't display on your screen share.
Oh, shoot. Well, when I click on it, guys, it's there. I should show you. It's there. It really is.
I thought my internet was just being weird. So I was like, oh, it'll pop up in a second. I was like, oh no. I think I know what the setting is. I've encountered that setting somewhere else.
Okay.
I think it's a setting thing.
Well, it is there. If you just drag it to that folder, it pops in there. And then all you need to do is click on that every day instead of looking for the same URL. Okay. But having said that, that URL, that website address is in the video description box of this video. Okay. So you can go down there. There's some other links down there too. We'll go over those in a minute, but it will take you to this page. And this is the page you want to check out every day. And it's going to be it's going to get long as the weeks go, or the weeks. Well, yeah, the days go on. As I keep scrolling, you can take the time to read all this on your own, you guys. But here's where you need to go.
God, that's pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
So
Get
pretty.
the free patterns for the 24 days of quickies below. So below this line right here, every day is listed, and you will have, as the patterns go live, they will get listed on that day. So for today, December 1st, the crochet free patterns, because there's two. Here is one. This is from Stitch and Hustle, and it says this adorable beanie pattern is for you. Click here for the free pattern. Down here, it says a crochet simplicity, bringing you a gorgeous pair of mittens. So you will click there for the free pattern, and we will go through it and we'll do that.
I do love houndstooth.
I was just about to say the same thing. I love those.
Those are cute.
Knitters. The first year we did this, we didn't have any knitting patterns, and that's where the holiday armadillo came in to be. That's why we did the holiday armadillo, because I was like, hey, we're going to give a surprise knitting pattern. Here's what it is. Now we have knitting patterns involved with all of this also. So we have a knitting pattern from Megan Makes Do, who I I follow her on Instagram. I don't know her personally, but I want to know her personally. Like, I want to know her. I want to be her friend. I think she just looks fun and amazing.
I want that sweater.
Doesn't it look like
Really?
a squish? That's perfect. That's like the best. It's just looks squishy. So there's a free pattern there. We will click on these. But then speaking of holiday armadillo, so the holiday armadillos have kind of come in and they've taken a turn from being just free patterns into a bunch of different things. So today, and these holiday armadillos are for one day only. So if you are watching this on replay and it's like 2 days later, the holiday armadillo has passed. The free patterns have passed. You have to get them the day that they are available, okay? So this day's holiday armadillo is Signature Needle Arts is offering $5 off your order of $50 and up for the whole month of December. Oh man, I totally just lied. You get it for the whole month of December.
Okay.
Holy moly.
Let's take that for a second.
Holy moly.
The entire month of December?
The entire month of December.
Are you a magical unicorn?
You know what? I love me some Signature Needle Arts. Like,
girl,
love them. Love them.
Girl, I have Signature Needle Arts in the drawer beside me and downstairs as photography props and in my knitting bag. Okay.
They're the best.
Let's just, you know.
I have a whole IKEA drawer full of them. So like
I know, I put everything in them.
I shouldn't say drawer, like an entire stack of drawers.
Chest of drawers.
There you go. So for the whole month of December, you just have to use the code Marley Knits to get your discount. That is awesome. If you click that link right there, click over to Signature. If you click that link, that also is my affiliate link, so it lets them know that I sent you, which is great. If you're looking for that special Christmas gift or holiday gift for a knitter in your life or for yourself, this is a great idea to tell your loved ones, because I mean, I don't know about you guys. I've never been disappointed with my Signature needles, whether it's the double points. I love them.
At one point in my life, I worked at a yarn shop. Okay. I worked my LYS. Okay. I think almost every knitter can say they have, right? At some point or another. Even if you didn't get paid, you probably helped somebody with a pattern or yarn suggestion. Okay. We've all done it because that's who we are. Okay. That's who we are.
We're giving.
We are. We want everyone to knit because it's wonderful, or crochet because it's wonderful.
Yes.
And time of year, the number of clueless husbands who would come in right when I opened the door, like we opened at 8 or we opened at 9, and the number of husbands who would just come in right at 9, like obviously on his way to work. I know that she likes this yarn shop. I'm going to go in and buy her something. And like 9 times out of 10, yes, I knew his wife or significant other or partner of some kind. Like I knew the person that he was talking about. And they always get so overwhelmed at the sheer magnitude of options. And like, I remember one guy came in, he's like, well, I want to buy her a sweater. And I was like, okay.
Well, this is a DIY sort of shop, buddy.
Yeah. And he knew that. He goes, well, which yarn makes a sweater? I was like, they all can.
Yeah, it's funny.
And he just like, his eyes just turned to saucers. You can just see the like in his head. Like my wife makes the decision every time. Oh my God. And I was like, do you know what size sweater? Just saucers, right? Just like blank face. He's starting to break out in a cold sweat, right? And I'm like, do you know what color she likes? And like at this point, I think he's gonna cry. And I was like, we offer gift certificates. He's like, let's do that. He's like, but I want her to open like a physical thing. What can I get her? And I said, you know, one of the best things that I tell anybody to get a loved one who's a knitter, mom, sister, dad, whoever the knitter crocheter is in your life, is the tools that they use. So like for knitters, buy them knitting needles. For crocheters, buy them hooks. And he's like, why? I said, because she uses it every day. Mm-hmm. So like, it's a really great gift that like every time the person you love picks up that thing, they remember that you gave it to them. Like what a wonderful holiday gift is to give them something that, and let's be honest, a lot of times we don't splurge on ourselves. A lot of moms don't. They give their, you know, all of their kids, which is what moms do. And so like, it's a wonderful thing to be like, here's a set of signature needles, or here's you know, these lovely crochet hooks. I know Marley has like several places that have beautiful crochet hooks.
I
I
love
almost fell down that rabbit hole. I don't even crochet. I mean, like, I don't. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I know how. I don't do it well, but I know how. Like, I understand the concept. But that's fine. Did I almost buy $300 worth of crochet hooks? Yes. Do I crochet? No.
But they're so pretty.
But so I think that's a wonderful thing. Like, if you wanted to give someone, so like or if you are the knitter or crocheter, like recommend that to someone, be like, look, this is a thing that I'll use every day, because like that's the thing that like matters the most. Like my husband last year, my husband had been asking me for a mechanical keyboard. My husband types at an insane rate. He's a writer, and he'd been wanting a mechanical keyboard for years. They're like $200+. Okay, like that's a lot of money for a peripheral for your computer. That is a lot of money. And finally, I was like, that's what I'm going to get him. And I did all my research and I found it, and he uses it every day and he loves it.
That's
and
awesome.
He's like, every time I sit down on my computer, I'm like, oh. So like something that they use every day. That's always a gift.
And the cool thing about Signature Needles, not that this is not a paid advertisement for Signature Needles, but I will tell you guys something. As I was working on those slippers for Tournament of Stitches, I was using my size 10 needles, and I don't use those very often. Like, it's just not often I use them. And it was actually the first time I had used them on a video, and I had forgotten that Signature Needles had gifted those to me, and they put my name on them. So they say Marley Bird. And as I was editing that video, like I'm looking and I could see my name on the needle, and I was like, oh, that is the coolest thing. Like, it just, and it just made me think of Signature Needles and how kind they are and how giving and generous they've been with me. And I was like, that is just so cool. So anyways, there's that. So you can get your stuff engraved on there too.
Yeah, mine say, Dave ordered mine.
Mm-hmm.
And so mine say, organizational hero.
I think that's awesome. So there's the deal with that. So this holiday armadillo, you guys, is actually good for more than just today, which is, I mean, I totally made me a liar. Obviously, you can tell I did not read through, but this is great.
See, you like to be surprised, but also, just so you guys know, like Marley and I were just talking about like how you can have them laser engraved, like they can be personalized. The $5 almost covers the laser engraving on your needles.
Yeah,
just saying.
Awesome. Yeah.
So like that's like, if you were gonna buy the needles, you could splurge and get your name on them, or like, So I think, and I don't know how many characters you get, but like, love whoever, like the person, if you're the one gifting them, you can say like with love in your name. So they always think of you when they get their needles. Like I just think it's great. I'm sorry. I love my set. I love that mine are personalized. I love that they're color coded. I love that they're pointy. I love everything.
Yeah. My biggest thing is Signature Needles. If you're watching, I want you to come out with size 9 DPNs and size 10 DPNs. I need those. They need to happen. Okay, so you can see here that Chrissy did not add anything more after this because those days have not come yet. So those will be added after the fact. She has them all ready to go, and just so that she can plop them in. And just so you guys know, she gets those up by 9 a.m. every day. 9 a.m. is when this will go. Now, does that mean we will go live at 9 a.m.? No.
When does she wake up?
Chrissy wakes up like at 5 a.m.
No.
She's a go-getter. I'm telling you, she's amazing. So anyways, let's go take a peek here. So as you guys come in here, let's make sure these all work. Let's see, click here for the pattern. We're going to go and check out Stitch and Hustle, Nepal textured beanie, free crochet pattern. See all the free patterns for Marley Bird's 24 Days of Quickies. So that's where you'll be able to go. I think that just takes you back to my website.
Yeah, I think that takes you back to your website.
Yeah. This is, if you wanted to join her newsletter, I'm actually already a part of it, so I'm not going to. This is Michelle from Stitch and Hustle right there. And let's keep going and see here. Click to get the free pattern PDF for a limited time. So I assume I click here. There it is, y'all. I'm going to download it. It's downloaded. And there you go. So after this event, she'll probably take this link off. So after that, it'll just be right down here. And you will only be able to get it like here on the website. So you won't have a free PDF. So that's where you're going to go to get your free PDF for that one. So everybody say, thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle.
All right. So now we're going to go to a Crochet Simplicity. Click here for the free pattern. Oh, I just love her designs. I love her designs. Jennifer is like, she is actually up there as one of my favorite crochet designers. I think she is very, 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 very talented. So these are the houndstooth mittens. So I'm just going to go through. You guys can take the time to read through here. If you want to sign up for her newsletter, it's a great newsletter. I recommend it. I'm already a part of it. Otherwise, I would sign up. 24 Days of Quickies with Marley Bird. Oh, I accidentally clicked that. I didn't mean to. Well, that'll take you back to the main URL. I didn't mean to click it. And if I keep going, free PDF download for a limited time only. Scroll down and click on the pink free PDF download button. So we're going to keep going, right? So the yarn is Peyton's Houndstooth. Oh, those are so cute. Those are cute. If I didn't have a whole bunch of other things to do, I would be making that right now. Purchase the ad-free printable PDF here on Lovecrafts here, Ravelry here, Etsy here. Save this pattern to your Ravelry favorites here. So what did that say again? I got to go back up. It said click the button. The pink free. Okay, so not.
I was responding to someone in the chat.
No, you're fine. I just want to make sure because since these are pink, I was like, are we clicking those? But I'm going to be looking for a button. So I'm scrolling. Oh, did you watch this yet, King Richard?
No, I have not watched it. I am so excited. I can't even tell you.
I watched it. I cried. Okay. I have the utmost respect for Serena and Venus Williams. I think they were amazing. Like the whole story. It's moving. Can
I just say that like I love that everyone thought that Serena Williams' career was over because she had a baby, and she was like, "Why would that matter?" And I was like,
"Yes, I agree. I think she is unbelievable.
I think that she is amazing as a human, as an athlete, as a spokesperson. Yeah. I think like."
I totally agree. I totally agree with all of it. Like,
I'm impressed with her as a human being.
Yeah. She's also somebody I would love to meet and like be friends with. Like totally. I just think she's amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going. I'm scrolling. I mean, if you guys haven't put 2 and 2 together, scrolling is a big deal. So a lot of people be like, it's not there. You gotta scroll. So let's scroll. Let's keep going. We're looking for that pink button.
I love that I can kind of tell what you've been searching for Christmas presents from your blog.
You know what? I actually haven't been searching for anything. So I don't even know what the USAA is. Like I haven't.
It's insurance for people who've served in the military.
Oh yeah, I have not served in the military. Here it is, free PDF download. Click here, all the way down at the bottom. Do you guys see that? So here's where you're gonna click. We're gonna click that. Here it is, free PDF, limited time only. Follow these simple instructions. Desktop users, click on the photo below. A new page will appear in the upper right corner. Okay, so, and then the iPhone users, and wow, she gives instructions for everybody.
Wow, that's really nice.
That's really nice.
She said click on the photo below. So click on the picture of the mittens.
Duh. All right, there it is. There it is. Perfect. All right, so it's downloaded for me. So now you guys can see how that works. So
I love those mittens.
Somebody might be like, well, why didn't she put the button at the top? Guys, honestly, the longer you spend on the page, the better. Like there's no other way to say it. The more ads you get to see, so the more money we tend to make. So that's why most of the stuff when you see things like that will be at the bottom. These are really great mittens. I love it. But yeah, back to that movie. It's really good. I watched it 2 nights ago. I thought it was excellent.
Is it on HBO Max? I thought I had to go to a movie theater.
It is. It's on HBO Max, and I loved every minute of it. Okay, so that was Jennifer from Crochet Simplicity. Now we're going to come over here to Megan Makes Do. And we're going to click here for that free pattern. That looks like just so squishy. You know, Yarnspirations has some yarn, some squishy yarn. I wonder if I could use that. The Lottie cardigan is a free knitting pattern. Here for the 24 Marley Bird's 24 Days of Quickies, scroll to the bottom for your special code. So you can go through all of this and read. She just looks like somebody we would be friends with. That's all.
I'm actually in my Instagram. I'm gonna go follow her right now.
Yeah, and she's great. She does some really awesome reels. Like she's really fantastic. She just looks like somebody I'd be friends with. Like I would love to meet her. I would love to meet her. There's so many people. There's so many people I'd love to meet. I don't know how to close that out. So I'm just going to keep scrolling. There has to be a way to close that, right? I don't know how.
I don't know.
Here, I'll just sign up.
Like join her mailing list. That'll close it, and then maybe you get to meet her.
There you go. Right. All right, there you go. Oh, I just had to click outside of it and it went away. Okay. So I'm going to keep going. I'm looking for the coupon code. Obviously, here's the free pattern. If you didn't, if you're catching this on the replay and you're like, oh, I didn't get the free pattern. Well, it's still free on our website. You just didn't get the free PDF. I love this type of construction, by the way. I use it a lot. Again, a sweater is a sweater is a sweater, right?
A bag is a bag is a bag. Just depends on how you put it together.
Right? Okay, get the Lottie PDF using code Lottie20. Now, here's the deal. Here's the problem. Okay, guys, y'all just saw the code, right? So you're like, oh, I don't have to go over there. I have the code already. Go to her website. Don't just take the code. Don't do that to her. Don't do her dirty. So
because like that traffic really matters, guys.
Yeah, it does.
Matters.
So I'm clicking on the button. It takes me over here to her website. So you have to click the button. It comes over here, and so you can buy it on her website. Add to cart. Let's add it. And then here's the cart button. And I already forgot what the code was. So I got to go look what the code was. But check out. I'm helping y'all see how this works. You put your email address here. Here's where you'll put that discount code. So you do have to go to her website. Go to her website, scroll down to the bottom, click that button. So that way, remember what the code was. You probably highlight it and save it. And then put it in here and you'll get that pattern. Okay, guys, does that work for everybody? All right, so I'm going to come back over here. And that's the end of today's 24 days of quickies. But that is not the end of the show. That is not the end of the show.
Said that the coupon code was Lottie21. She remembered.
Oh, well, I'll go back and do it later. That's what I was like, I'll just go back later. I don't want to waste everybody's time. Okay. 24 days of quickies. All of you are getting your day one patterns. Fantastic. Hopefully you went and got them and come back here to come say hello, because we got some other things to share with you. First off, happy Hanukkah to those of my friends who are celebrating. I am so happy for all of you, and I care for all of you. And I'm happy you're able to be here and join with me.
Are you going to share it?
I've showed it on another thing. I just don't have the pattern ready to go. So I don't know if I should show it.
No, you need to have the pattern ready. Have the pattern ready, because it's going to be
it's going to be epic. So
it's going to be epic. It's so good, but I think
yes. My
if you got the pattern ready today, you could show it tomorrow.
Yeah, my Hanukkah celebrating friends, pay attention to tomorrow's show here, because I'm going to show you something amazing. It's a pattern. It will not be for free. It will be a purchase pattern, and it is what it is, but you're going to be like, I got to have that. Just be ready.
I do not celebrate Hanukkah.
But you want one. I'm
making one. That's not true. I'm going to pay a friend of mine to make one.
It's amazing. All right. So I'll be doing that tomorrow, but happy Hanukkah to everybody who's celebrating. But December 1st means that it's a special time of year for Erin Lane Bags and Destination Yarn as well. You guys know that Robin and I collaborated with Destination Yarn and Erin Lane Bags for the Summer Olympics. We did the By Crafty Champions workshop. It was very successful. We actually still have that workshop available if you are interested at all. We are updating things as we speak, because now that this other stuff is off our plate, we're back to, so we can update things there, and we'll be promoting more of the stuff with that. But we love Jean and Lindsay. We think they're amazing. And for the last 2 or 3 years, I have been a part of the Destination Yarn group. 4 years is a 4, but I don't think I joined the first year. I did. Oh, so it's been 4 years, which is funny because my husband brought me down the newest bag of yarn, and he goes, "Yarn? Did you really have to order yarn?" I'm like, "Babe, I've been getting this yarn forever. Like, I don't know where you're jumping in from. Like, this is happening."
I'm pretty sure he's joined us the very first year.
I mean, it would not shock me. Although the first year you didn't offer where it was a 2, right? Like,
we did.
You did? So I must have, because
I can't imagine that you wouldn't have.
No, because I
yarn, you love my bags.
So I have FOMO. I have serious FOMO. There are times I get yarn from Jean and I'm like, do you have more of this that I can buy right now? Like, I've got to have 5 skeins of this in my stash, like I love it.
It's a security thing.
It is. It's a
totally
security thing.
Like, I mean, I told you last night the story of Jean's holiday collection is up right now for pre-order. It's dyed to order, so you can pick the base. So Jean has a colorway that I am in love with. It is called under the Christmas tree. She designed it, I think, 3 years ago. The first time I saw it, I was like, this is what Christmas feels like to me. She did it. Like, this is Christmas. It reminds me of my grandfather's Christmas tree. Like, this is the color. And I was like, I have to have it. I'm going to buy that. Forgot. Missed it. Super upset. I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get it next year. She does it again. Missed it. Forgot.
Now I got to go buy it. Now I gotta go.
I'm sorry. It's so good.
You are killing me here.
So then last year I was like, I sat down to buy it and she had closed the pre-order and I was like, ah. So this year I was on the phone with Jean. I went and got my wallet, came upstairs and placed an order. And she goes, did you just place an order? And I was like, yes. And she was like, but like, we're on the phone. I was like, I have been telling myself I'm going to have that colorway for the last 4 years. I am doing it. And she was like,
gosh.
Okay.
And what's it called? It's the Under the Christmas Tree?
Under the Christmas Tree.
All right, hold on. We're going to take a peek at this because I have to.
I'm sorry. Like it's one of the colorways that she repeats. Like she rarely repeats holiday colorways. And this is one of the ones that she repeats. And I'm always really glad that she repeats it.
These are so pretty, guys.
I know.
Okay.
It's so pretty. I can't. It's so good.
Okay, so I want this one. The new colorways only, the holiday 2021.
I
love those. So is it the holiday market set?
No, it's by itself. Keep scrolling.
Okay. Oh, these are so pretty, you guys.
It's the one second row on the left.
Home for the holidays?
No. Is that like I'm pointing at the screen like you can see me?
Over
one more.
Under the oh. Oh, does it have sparkle?
Well, you can get it with sparkle. I got it on regular DK because I love her DK. So yeah, I got it on her DK.
So you guys who don't know, these are the different bases that she makes everything in. They are amazing. I think this is my favorite. I tend to order everything in that. I feel like that one.
I order a lot of DK from her because I feel like it's the most versatile. Like I can get a smaller gauge or a larger gauge on it. Like I feel like it goes a lot of ways. So I order a lot of DK. I also order a lot of her Passport. I really like Passport.
I got Passport too.
I have a lot of Passport.
Brianna Rains, can we make a shirt that says "Let's scroll with Marley"? Just keep scrolling.
Just keep scrolling.
Just keep scrolling. Let me get rid of this too, because you guys, you know where that is all now. So these are the different bases you can get, and then all of the different yarns. Okay, I'll have to get this because this is amazing. But I like that. Yeah.
And like I've been trying to buy it for 2 or 3 years and I keep missing it. So I'm like, I have to have it. So I bought for Destination Lane dossier, like the newsletter that we send. She sends one about yarn. I send one about the place. In the newsletter that she sent, she has 2 of her holiday colorways pair perfectly with this month's exclusive.
Oh my gosh.
So I bought those.
Which ones are okay. All right, so here's the deal, y'all. Obviously, you see the yarn. The yarn is amazing. Erin Lane Bags is amazing. I love all the bags. Lindsay designs all of the fabrics. I've been there with her as she's designed fabrics. Like it's she's unbelievable in what she does. So let me go to Erin Lane Bags so that we can take a peek at your website too. And the thing here, guys, is that Lindsay and Jean have partnered up to create Destination Lane.
So Destination Yarn and Erin Lane, Destination Lane.
Yes. So it's, can we do this? Here we go. So this is your website. I'm going to close that. Yep. And you can see these are butts, you guys. Those
we have an entire line of fabric with butt fabric. It's all animal butts.
Larry and Demi Holiday does it get any cuter? I mean, y'all, these are sold out obviously, but I mean,
that's last year's Larry because a 2020 Larry outfit. Like
that is the cutest thing ever. Okay.
Well, like Demi's kind of maybe always a little tipsy. Hers was Jingle Bells, Infidel.
I'm using this one. I'm using this one right now.
Are you?
Yes. Yes. Is it over here? Where is it? Oh, it must be in my, it's in the bag upstairs. You know what else I'm using? I'm using the Care Bear.
Care Bear
one.
badges.
Yep, I love the Care Bear one. And I use this one a lot.
Oh yeah, that's a Destination Lane bag. That's a stash finder. Yeah.
Yep, I use that a lot. I love, I told you that. I love those.
Yeah, I sent you extras of those. That was Osaka, right? Yeah, that was Osaka. From
Yep. Okay, so I'm trying to go to this year's. Are they going to be at the
this year's
bottom?
aren't listed yet. I haven't
okay.
published them to the website. That's I'm doing that when I get off of here with you.
But these are all the things, you guys. I will tell you, like, I love this little Notion bag. Like, if y'all are looking for something where you're like, what is that little something? I love these things. Like, I think I'm the one that told you to bring these back because you were like, I don't want to do them. And I'm like, I love these.
So I don't like making them.
I know.
It's because there are zippers on vinyl. I have to change all kinds of things about my sewing machine to do it, but they are very useful. And then there's zippers and magnets. I don't like, it's a lot. I like when I'm making magnets, I will literally say magnets, and then my husband will go zippers to remind me that it could be worse. And so when I'm doing notions, I just do it to myself. I'm like, magnets, zippers, because I'm up here by myself. It's fine. I'm crazy. It's okay.
I love these guys, the bucket totes. They're amazing. I use them.
You love a bucket.
I love a bucket. I love a bucket. But you know what? These ones, these View U's and stuff, like the mini View U and the bigger View U ones, they have become some of my favorites bags.
Well, because you can see what you've got. Like you can see what's inside your bag.
Yep. And I love that there's that handle. Like I use these surprisingly more than I use a lot of things. Now I use the sock and my twofer all the time.
Like, I know.
All the time.
You love a twofer.
I love a twofer. This is a twofer, y'all. I love a twofer. It's fantastic. It has this really great sort of Z shape inside of fabric that keeps your two balls of yarn separated. Or if you keep your yarn over here and your notions over here, like if you just kind of like keep your project together, I don't know. I use these all the time. I love them so very much. They're fantastic. And then what's the one that I just showed you? Because I love that one too. Is it not over here?
I think it's just sold out. Like you would have to go, you'd have to go into the menu and look for it under view bags. I think.
And would that be up here?
Yeah, there should be three. I don't know
why. You just updated your website, so I haven't been to the new one.
I know. Do shop by, I think shop by solution. Or shop, yeah.
Oh, I just clicked it. Okay.
Oh, those are all the fabrics.
Okay. So not go there?
No, you want to go shop by, I think it's shop by solution. I did it in such a fast, go one to the left, shop by, I don't know what that says.
Here. So these are the, what's that one called?
Project called a Stash Finder.
Stash Finder.
Should be, oh, no, yep, no.
Yep, right there.
There it is. I'm like, it's under project bags, I think. Yeah. I did it all in one day, so I don't remember about it.
I love these. I love these. We'll look at the Larry Nope. So these things, I will be honest, I didn't think I was going to love them nearly as much as I do. You guys can see I'm carrying one right here. It has a, what is this called? A lobster claw on one end. There's no handle on this one. So it's similar to the View U, but it's not as, the fabric isn't as dense.
Yeah.
Right?
So
it doesn't have interfacing.
A View U, yeah, I fuse interfacing to a View U, so there's like rigidity to it, so it'll stand. The Stash Finder doesn't have the rigidity in it because I designed it so like it was kind of inspired by your stash situation, not gonna lie. So I know y'all have all seen Marley's yarn, and you guys hopefully have seen that I was one of the people. Well, I was one of the people. Her daughter was also integral in helping organize Marley's stash. And so Marley has those really cute white calyx shelves, you know, like they're the squares. So then they have little like square bins that fit inside perfectly. So that bag that she's showing you right now is designed to fit in those bins. So those bins are 14 inches square. So if you take one of those and you fill it with your project and stick it in the bin, you now have, like, for lack of a better term, a filing system for your project. So like, for instance, if let's say you do not have time to make that sweater that's on Stash Busking Quickies today, like I don't have time to make that right now, but that's a project that I would make. And I know I have yarn in my stash that will make it. So I could grab that yarn from my stash, put it in a bag, print out the pattern, put the pattern in it. And then when I'm like, what do I want to make next? Instead of going in a Ravelry doom scroll where I just scroll through my queue and never make a decision and then get frustrated and decide, I don't know what I'm going to make. I'll pick something new and then doom scroll through that and then wonder if I have the yarn and then go on a yarn buying spree. I know I'm not alone. You've all done it. And so this way I have like, here are options for you, already decisions made.
I think they're amazing. So all of that is to say there's really great bags, really great yarn. They have collaborated together. This is year 4 of Destination Lane. So,
but it says it's sold out and it's not. Ah!
It says it's sold out?
Yeah, it says it, that's because it says 2021. I'm guessing that it hasn't. Hang on. I'm going to give you a new link.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to look it up. Hang on. There it is. Do.
Hold for parts.
Hold for parts.
It says it's sold out, unless it just sold out.
No, it did not. I checked it before. I checked it before we went live because like we've had to keep a real like close watch on it, Marla. Like genuinely, we were like, we have to watch this every single day without exception. Like we have to check it multiple times a day. I just sent it to you in Facebook chat.
Okay. Because we want to let people know, if you're a part of it in the past, they're automatically enrolled, right? Like they're automatically renewed.
This year we did something that we haven't ever done before. So this year we did, because of supply chain and the cost of shipping has changed, we had to raise our prices going into 2021, which we didn't want to do, but like, unfortunately we can't avoid it. Like, unfortunately, that's just part of life, I guess. And so we have a lot of people who have been with us for multiple years. Like Marley's been with us multiple years. We have a lot of customers that have been with us for multiple years. And so we wanted to reward them for being like hanging in there through the pandemic, through all the things that have happened to us in the last several years. And we wanted to be like, thanks. So we figured out a way to have people who are currently enrolled roll over into 2022. So we don't have as many spots as we normally would have because a lot of those spots are already full. So we're having to watch really carefully because like there's a certain number of skeins of yarn that Jean can dye in a certain period of time. And there's a certain number of bags that I can make in a certain period of time. And so like, we can't go over those numbers. Mm-hmm. So we're like, this morning I logged in and I was like, okay. Okay.
And they sell out fast, y'all. They sell out fast. Like this is great.
We sell out fast. So we've had to close it last year we closed it early.
Yeah.
Normally signups run through December 26th. Mm-hmm. And we closed it last year, I think we closed on the 21st.
Yeah.
So like 5 days earlier than we had planned.
As we're taking a look at the website, you're gonna have to tell them how it works. They're gonna, we'll go through everything. I wish I could give you control and like have you do but it won't let me.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna be your guide.
Okay, Marla, I'll be your tour guide, which fits. It's about destinations. Okay. So for the club, what you do is you get 12 packages from 6 different places around the world.
I've put that URL in the video description box below, everybody, just so you know.
Thank you. So the way it works is like January you get a skein of yarn, and then February you get a matching bag, and then March you get yarn, and then April you get a bag. So it includes, so for club members you get a 10% off coupon to both Destination Yarn and Erin Lane bags that you can use during that year anytime you want. You get access to all previous colorways and bags. So like, let's say you fell in love with my personal favorite from last year, which was Baffin Bay. Loved it. There were narwhals. It was a sparkle base. Everything in my life that I need. So like last year, if you like, let's say you joined this year and you wanted the Baffin Bay, it's like your color story. You get to buy that. You have access to it, but nobody else does. Like you don't get that unless you're a member. And then obviously we have a Facebook group where we talk about all the things and do all the stuff. And getting everything to, sorry, that was Jean was calling me and I was like, I'll call you back. I was like, who's calling me right now?
I wonder if she's like, you said something wrong. I mean,
no, she might be. I don't know.
I hope you're watching, Jean.
I'm like, if you're watching, I'm online. I'm going to text her. I'm on with Marley.
You should.
So that she knows. She might be like, what just happened? My website is flooded. So that's the way it works. So you get yarn 1 month and then bags the next month. And we have different levels. So like, let's say you want 1 skein of yarn in 1 bag. We've got that. You could have 2 skeins of yarn and 1 bag. You can have 2 bags and 1 skein of yarn, or you can do what Marley does and get 2 skeins of yarn and 2 bags. We also have a backpacker option where you get 1 skein of yarn and 1 bag, or 1 bag. So like you would get yarn every other month, or you would get bags every other month. So you still get billed every single month, no matter which level you choose. You are billed every month. It's like an automatic payment through PayPal. So just depending on the level that you want to do, So like we have some people, like we have one lady who does, like, she rotates back and forth. So like last year she was a yarn only customer, and then this year she changed and she's a bag only customer. And then like we had several people who were one yarn, one bag, the standard fare, that upgraded, and they want to do either like 2 yarns in 1 bag, or double is what Gina and I call it, 2 bags and 2 yarns. So like there's a lot of different options. You get,
and just to be clear, when you get the double or the first class ticket where it's 2 yarns and 2 bags, the 2 yarns are the same, but the 2 bags are not the same. They're the same fabric, but they're not the same bags.
Right. So like you get, so like last month, God, I can't even remember.
I don't remember. I opened it and I don't remember.
Hang on. Wait. I have them here.
Mine are way over there.
It's because I had to explain it to an ad agency. They didn't understand it, and I was like, it's fine. So like, here you go. This was the colorway for last month. This is
that, and I used that in the
Stash Busting Quickie
shawl in the Stash Busting Quickies.
So I'm gonna butcher the way this is said. Andonisby National Park. It's where all the lemurs are. That's like, it's the lemur forest. That's the thing I know. And so this was the yarn, and then everybody got
lovely to work with,
and then everybody got a bag. So like all the people who subscribed got a bag, and I'm gonna try and hold it up so you guys can see. And it's a little sheeple in the forest.
Hold on a second. Let me try and make your screen. I gotta figure out how to do. Oh,
we're learning. Okay, there we go. So like it's a little sheeple in the forest with lemurs hanging around. So like it's a little sheeple on adventures. Like she goes on adventures every day.
Fantastic.
And so like if you were a double of that, you would have gotten 2 skeins of this yarn, and then double would have gotten a large bag and a sock bag. Yeah. So they got 2. So and it's really great. Like the way Jean and I designed it is so that when you have your project finished, so like if you made the Stash Busting Quickie shawls, which is gorgeous, out of this colorway, if you were a member, if you made it out of that, then you would store it in the matching bag when you're done, so that you know what it is. Does it make sense? Like it's designed to be like a storage system when you're done as well. So it's super fun. A couple of things that Jean and I are very proud of, I'm not going to lie to you, is that we have shipped on time every month through the entire pandemic, through the 2020 and 2021. We have not missed a shipment. We're very proud of ourselves for that. That took a lot of planning. So on-time delivery. Jean does a great job of organizing designers. We feature a designer in one of our dossiers every month, where you get pattern suggestions for 1 skein, 2 skeins, both knit and crochet, free and paid. Like Jean does a great job at getting those pattern suggestions together for you guys. So there's lots of options for you to make something. You don't have to just, it's not one thing like this is what you're making this month, because you may not like that. And then the other thing that we do, so like when we did the collaboration with Marley and Robin last year or this year, it feels like last year. It wasn't.
It feels like last year.
It was August. It's fine. When we did the By Crafty Games box, we gave our Destination Lane members access to that inventory first. So like we had a limited number of boxes, and Destination Lane members they actually got to purchase it 2 days before anybody else. So we give them access to like all of our collaborations early, things like that. And so it's really one of the best things. I love what we do. I think it's a lot of fun. Jean and I have worked really hard to pick interesting places. We've gone to Paris, Marrakesh, like I said, Bath and Bay from last year.
Colors. I love that.
So that's Venice. That was Carnival at Venice was that colorway. And then like that little video, if it's working correctly, that little video should be every colorway we ever in every pattern we've done. Yes. So that's the one that we just did. That just did. You want to banana? It was so fun. I learned a lot. Nantucket. I did love Nantucket. Oh, the Dragon House. Sorry. Bath and Bay! Okay, sorry. Marrakesh. I really love that colorway. I can't say it without like thinking through that one. Lake Natron, super weird science things there. Aran Islands, I mean, you gotta have a peanut butter. And 7 Mile Beach, that one was fun. Oh, we took our Ronda trees in South America for Christmas. Marrakesh, I mentioned that one earlier. Hong Kong. That's a cool history too. Sydney Harbor, that one was good. All of them are good. I don't know why I keep saying that. Venetian, Carnival, like, yeah, we talked about that one because that one was on there. And Aspen, Marley was our featured designer for Aspen because Colorado. And this was our very first year. So Antarctica, Paris in autumn, Valley of the Plains, Great Barrier Reef, Mount Fuji, and Iguazu Falls. So that was our very first, that was the last one was our very first year.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's like, it's interesting. Hold on a second. Let me edit your mic settings.
Yeah.
It's interesting seeing them all together like that. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, oh yeah, I have that one. I have that one. I have all of them. Like, I love them.
Yeah.
All.
I remember that you have, so I'm pretty sure that you did it the first year because you have the Great Barrier Reef sweater bag.
Yep. I totally do. I love them. I love them all. Like all of those. They're just fantastic. By the way, your website is built really great. Like it looks awesome.
I did not do that. Jean did that. WordPress and I do not get along. Jean is like on it. So Jean does the website and I do all the back end stuff. Like I create the I create like the PayPal buttons and I run the PayPal back end and she does the website. That's our deal.
Well, I would be willing to pay Jean to help me with mine. These are great. Like you will not find a better club. I will attest to that, guys. It's really amazing. It makes it super easy. It just comes out of your PayPal account. Mm-hmm. It's super easy. So that's Destination Lane, y'all. I 150% recommend them for your gift giving, whether to yourself or to somebody else, or just it's the gift that keeps on giving all year long. Like, you guys, I get yarn all the time, right? I get yarn, and that's not a brag. That's not anything like that, but I get yarn all the time, right? But most of it is yarn I get for work. And so, yes, I love getting yarn. I am not downplaying that, but that yarn also represents work for me, right? Yeah. So when I get my Destination Lane package, first off, I get super excited because it's usually in really fun packages. And I'm like, oh, this is like for fun. Like I get super excited about it and it's thrilling. I really enjoy it. So I highly recommend Destination Lane. As she said, I do the double or the first class ticket. Shocker, because I seriously have FOMO. I am so afraid that you're going to give a bag that I'm not going to get, and I need that bag. And then
that's the other thing too, like part of being in the club, like in the dossiers, like if there's extra skeins of yarn, like let's say that you're a standard member and you get one skein of yarn in one bag, which is great. That's how we designed the club originally, was just one skein of yarn, one bag. And then we were like, well, what if we did this, that, and the other? Like I think we were on the phone that first year, just figuring out like the levels that we were going to do and the pricing and everything. I think we were on the phone for like 4.5 hours. So like the one bag, one yarn, let's say that when you fall in love with the colorway, you're just like, oh, I have to have it. It's how I felt about Baffin Bay. It's also how I felt about this. It's fine. I'm fine. December's yarn is always my favorite. It's fine. I think I have at least 2 skeins of every December we've ever done. It's cool. I have a thing. It's okay. I know I have a thing. And so if you wanted an extra skein of yarn, like if Jean has extras, you can buy them then. And like, let's say you get one skein, one bag, and you like the bag and you like the pattern, you can always get the extra bag, because I always make a few extras in case like it get lost in the mail or whatever. So you can get extras, even if you're like a standard club member, you can get extras through the newsletters throughout the year as well. So that's always something fun. And Jean always does pairings. So like she did a pairing like this month's yarn, which is Wakama, Watama. I can't say it. I'm terrible at this. It's glowworms in a cave. I can't think of the name of it right now. I'd have to look it up. I think it's Watamo, something like that. If you like that colorway, I happen to know that it goes really well with 2 of her colors from her holiday collection. And I know that because it was in the newsletter that I proofread for her. And so before I told her she could send it,
that's so not fair, Jean. I want to start proofreading your newsletter because I need to be in on the dibs. It's yeah, fair is fair, people. Here's something fun I just want to show. I ordered a few Erin Lane bags around Halloween for a few prizes for something I was doing. Now I really want one for myself after seeing them. It's not too late to get one, y'all. If you order them now, you could probably get them by Christmas. You think? If you have any left, do you have any left? Do you have any in the web? I know you just had a big sale, not like discount sale, but like online sale.
Yeah, so we launched. So we did our small business shindig. We do a well, this year I had to do it over 2 days, which was a new thing we've never had to do before. And in my head, I was like super anxiety brain. And I was like, I've made a huge mistake. It should all be in one night. I don't have that much stuff. It's not that big still. Like I just didn't have enough time. And I was like, it's fine. Right. And then like I started doing it and I was like, oh, if I had not done this in 2 days, like we would have been in trouble. So we did it over 2 days and basically we just do a Facebook Live. It's a thing that it's like this, but you can buy things. That's basically the difference. And so we do a Facebook Live and I launched the Bee's Knees collection, which is a series of floral prints, and our new sheeple, which
they're so pretty.
Okay, Marley, I love that you say that like you're surprised. You literally helped me at your kitchen table.
They're so pretty. They're so pretty. Oh my God. I love them so much. I love them so much. Like, and I mean, I love them so much. I want one of everything. And I was like, okay, I'm going to let the people go by. But lady, I want one of everything because I freaking love them so much.
What you're saying is if I was about to list all that stuff on the website, I should probably let you know that there's twofers in almost every print available.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Like, do you have to ask? I mean, let me go. Like, really? If this wasn't a family-friendly show, I'd be saying something pretty significant. So, this is my daughter, Allie B. I have no idea what her image graphic there is. It must be her graphic thingy that she watches. I love you both so much, she says. So, Allie, I love you. Allie, I love you. Sharon, I just ordered. Well, that's so cool. Lisa, I will tell Lindsay right now. Lindsay, it says that they're trying to order.
Yeah, I just clicked on the. So like I'm on it too. I saw that, so I went, and it says it should be $18 for the yarn only option. So make sure that you click on. The only thing I can think is, like, because on mine it's showing correctly.
Okay.
Let me make sure.
Awesome.
Okay. Let me. And I clicked on. I went a different. I got to the website a different way. So hang on just a second.
Okay, that's all right. And so while everybody's doing that, the last thing I want to talk to you guys about, which is probably something you already know if you've been following along with me for a while, and just on Monday we announced it, but Stash Busting Quickies is back. And so we're going to talk about that a little bit here. And I'm going to let you guys see a couple things with that. But I'm going to have Lindsay just make sure everything's cool there.
So it's showing up correctly. Just make sure you click the button directly below the thing that you want. Like, because all the like the pictures at the bottom that say subscribe are all different. They're all different links at the bottom.
Mandy, we aren't supposed to be talking about that.
I totally read that correct. Thank you, Lisa. I will go check that right now. I've got to get back to the website because it took me out. Okay. Go ahead, Marley. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Mandy is saying that I already said the P word. I didn't say that. I said P word. I didn't say the whole word. Yes. I said P word. So much fun. So Lindsay will troubleshoot that, guys. No worries there. And just keep watching it. I will let you guys know there are not many spots left on Destination Lane, and it's worth it. It's worth it. I don't put my stamp of approval on many things, and if I do, it's not like I'm not getting paid to tell you I like it, right? Yeah, she's my best friend, but if I didn't like it, I wouldn't say anything about it, right? Like, I'm just not going to do that. Right. It's amazing. I love it. Like I said, honest to God, I look forward to it every single month. It's just super exciting for me. Super exciting. All right. So while Lindsay is working on that, we're going to talk about Stash Busting Quickies. You guys know that last year we did Stash Busting Quickies Volume 1, and that was with Moogly Blog or Tamara Kelly. You can call her either one. And we had 46 patterns in a collection that we made available for you for a discounted price for a limited time, and then it went away into the vault. So now we have put together a new collection of 50 patterns. They are completely different patterns from volume 1. So they're completely different patterns. There are 50 patterns. I think there are 16 crochet 16 knitting patterns, 34 crochet patterns. Does that equal 50? I think it does. 34 crochet patterns, 16 knitting patterns. I tried to make it equal, guys, but I just couldn't knit fast enough. So I knit as fast as I could to get as many patterns as I could. There are brand new patterns in there. There are some that are older patterns that were maybe just in a magazine. I think that's just one of those was for me. There's one pattern that was in a magazine that has never been published as a standalone pattern, and now you have a chance to get it as a standalone pattern in the Stash Busting Quickies. There is a brand new Ruana pattern, crochet Ruana pattern that I have in there. There's the brand new Return to Me Boomerang Shawl pattern that I have in there. There's a lot in there. And then Tamara has a lot of really quick patterns. Mine tend to be a little bit take longer than what Tamara's do. Not on purpose. Like we design differently, right? But that's the great part about collaborating with a friend who has a different design aesthetic, and you come together, you get a very eclectic look. So let's take a look at Stash Busting Quickies. Again, the link to this is in the video description box below. It will take you to this main page. This is our main page for the Stash Busting Quickies. It has the same sort of layout as last year. We have a different logo this year. It's the bird decorating the octopus tree. I think it's hilarious. It's absolutely fantastic. If you don't want to hear anything more, all you need to do is click the pink button. All about the pink button, y'all. Whenever you see the pink button on this page, you can click it. It will take you to the sales page to purchase the Stash Busting Quickies. You can scroll through. You can read all of this if you want to know. It's essentially saying, hey, we know that you're looking for time to make items. We know that the shelves are bare this year because of inventory shortages and all of the things, and so we want to help you out, and so we have put together a ton of patterns. We have grabbed from our stash, so much so even one of the patterns, I don't know what yarn I used, I just know it was a wool yarn and a worsted weight yarn. I literally grabbed it from my stash. And so you can come in here, you can purchase the Stash Busting Quickie patterns. It's they're 40 cents a pattern. So you get 50 patterns at 40 cents a pattern. Stash Busting Quickie Volume 2. Again, the pink button. And I'm trying to get down here so I can show you some of the pictures. So this is all the Hype Stripes cowl. Look how cute that is on my friend John. This here is the Return to Me Boomerang Shawl. This pattern here, this was an exclusive pattern that was offered in the Yarn Yay box last February, and they are convertible mittens. They're convertible cable mittens. And so now this is the first time they have been available since the Yarn Yay box. This here is the Crochet Closing Time cowl, but written for worsted weight yarn. These here are the brioche slippers. These were the prototype for the turkey trot this year. So it is the same sort of construction as the turkey trot slippers, although here at the top, on the top of the foot, it's brioche. Really awesome to do. This is a hooded scarf, very simple, easy to make. Here's the cool thing about this hat and this hat. They have matching mitten patterns with them. And there is a cowl that uses the scrap yarn from both of these Ogo colorways. So you could make an entire set for a couple, whether it's two guys, two girls, a guy and a girl. And then, like they each have their own colors. And then you can mix and match the colors and make a cowl and have something fun.
That's fun.
It's really cool. This is a pattern that I made. I probably made this pattern 4 or 5 years ago, you guys, and I know that pattern. I've been sitting on it. Do I have it here? Oh, it's over there. It is the coolest hat. It has the really fantastic double knit brim that I designed. So it actually like sits off you. There's not an insert in that brim. It actually just sits off of your head. And then it's a brioche newsboy type hat on the top. It's made with chic sheep, held double with a smaller needle. So it has the brim itself is used with the size 6 needle. So a worsted weight yarn held double with the size 6 needle so that you can get that real stiff fabric for the brim. And then I think I used a size 7. I'd have to look at the pattern. Size 7 for the brioche hat, but you guys all know how that works. You use whatever needle size you need to get the gauge. for the brioche. So that way it's so squishy and I just love it. This right here, this is a brand new pattern. I made it several years ago. I've been sitting on the pattern. I made the joke the other day. Caitlin is not praying in that picture. She's actually like, her foot is up like a yoga pose.
Yeah, it's a tree pose.
I didn't realize that it looks like she's praying until I scrolled like this. And I'm
okay,
like,
I did not think she was praying. I immediately went, she's doing yoga.
Well, that's good. That's exactly what she's doing. So this is just an oversized poncho. It's called the Practically Perfect Poncho. It's just a large T-shaped sort of poncho, super comfortable to wear. And the minute Caitlin came here, she was like, I got to have that. And so she took it. So that's the poncho. Those aren't even all of the designs, guys. Those are just the designs I put in that particular collage. Here are some of the other designs. These ones were designed by Tamara. This bag is bigger than what it appears on here. She showed it on the video that we did on Monday. This bag is larger than what, like this looks like it's like a little tiny bag on here. It's actually a larger gift bag that you can put things in and have a reusable gift bag. I love this gnome napkin holder. This here is a large size acorn that is super popular in home decor right now. All of the places that you look at home decor, it's all about sort of this nature sort of feel. And that's made with the macrame yarn. So it's this large acorn piece. I love that she made this little bandana for her doggy. Like it's super cute. And then the cowl. And of course the slippers are here again. You get another view of what the slippers look like with the brioche. Again, the pink button. Here's the kicker, y'all. This is a limited time offer at this price. So we have this low price for these 50 patterns only until Friday at midnight. Friday at midnight, the low price goes away, and so do the bonuses. That's right. There are bonuses. I'm going to tell you about those now because they are amazing. Free bonuses. Everybody who purchases gets these bonuses or a chance to win these products. Okay. So you get the free printable tags. It is in the member vault, and we will talk about that here in a minute. You get the brand new holiday planner for 2021. You get coupon codes to spend in my Ravelry store and Tamara's Ravelry store. So you get a total of $20 to spend in our Ravelry store. That's more than the price of the ebook, the pattern collection. You get $20 to spend total, $10 in her store, $10 in my store. Each day that you no, not that yet. So when you purchase, you have a chance to win a prize package from We Crochet or Knit Picks, a $50 prize package. And then the last one is because Tamara and I are both ambassadors for Yarnspirations Yarn, they asked if they could be a part of this and offer giveaways as bonuses for you guys. So for every day that you how do I say this? If you purchased on Monday, you are entered for a chance to win a $30 prize package for each day that we are doing this release. So
for each day?
Each day. So there's a prize package given away for 5. There's one each day for 5 days. So there's one on Monday, one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday, one on Thursday, one on Friday. So if you purchased on Monday, you are entered for all 5. You get a chance for all 5. If you purchased on Tuesday, you get a chance for 4 of the days. If you purchase today, you get, because we're on Wednesday, right? Today's Wednesday. So you get Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. To see how that works? So the sooner you purchase, the sooner or the more chances you have to get that $30 prize package from Yarnspirations Yarn. Here's the kicker though, guys. The prize package from We Crochet and Yarnspirations are limited to continental US residents, and all of this is void where prohibited. I said this the other day. It's not because we don't appreciate everybody who does not live in the US. You wouldn't believe how many rules there are about giveaways and such, you guys. And then with the mailing system and everything the way it is, we've got to pare things down. So that's just where it is. And those are the rules based on the people who give away the prize. So we got to follow the rules, right? Right here is a collection of more of the pictures. You can see here's the Baja Candy Crusher set. So there are the 2 hats, there are the 2 mittens, there's the cowl. There's the
I love the cowl.
The cowl is so much fun. Here is a crocheted hat. Here's another. This hat is really cute. It's squishy. There's mittens to match that one too. This cowl here is fun. It's a city chic chevron cowl. There's a chevron pattern on both sides. One side has a lacy chevron. The other is a more solid chevron. There are wine cozies. This is the closing time cowl laid out. I mean, there's just a lot of really fun patterns there. Bonus breakdown. If you want a breakdown of what the price of everything would be, that's what that is. It actually comes up to more than $300 in value, you guys, at one super low price. Look how pretty that is. I mean, she looks so pretty in that. Looks great. Look how cute this is. It is a polar bear mug rug.
No.
Isn't that adorable? It is so adorable. I was like, no, that's cute. That's cute. Again, if you have more questions, there are more frequently asked questions down here. You can read through how is the volume 2 different. Go ahead and read through all those. The biggest difference for volume 2 versus volume 1 from last year is that we have the pattern in something called Member Vault. If you've been a part of our By Crafty bootcamp, or not bootcamp, By Crafty games, or the classic and colorful crochet socks, you understand what the Member Vault is. And when you purchase the Stash Busting Quickies, it will go in your Member Vault. So when you log in, it will be there ready for you to look at, as long as you use the same email address to purchase the Stash Busting Quickies as you use for your Member Vault. Okay. Can I tell you this hat right here, this pink one? It's a double cuff hat made with Wonder Fluff from Knit Picks, and it's awesome. It's so awesome.
It looks cozy. I also love a pom-pom. Okay.
It is so awesome. This scarf right here is used with, it's made with Skinny Cakes from Karen Skinny Cakes. I love the colors. It's so long. It's beautiful. This hat, that's the one. I have no idea what the yarn is. I literally just pulled it from my stash because I was like, I like it. It's sort of a really grayish blue color, and I use these really pretty slip stitch waves stitches on there. This is the one pattern that I said is the one that was in a magazine several years ago, that this is the first time you're able to get it outside of the magazine. Again, more pictures. You can check out all the pictures here. And here is the breakdown. If you were to break down the chapter categories of how much all the patterns would be in each one. So it's a $347 value for $19.99. And there are a lot more testimonials. And then there's a 5-day money back guarantee. Here are the frequently asked questions. So you could check all those out. And the last thing I think I should do is show you how Member Vault works, if that works for all of you. Obviously, the pink button. Whenever in doubt, click the pink button. This does go away Friday, December 3rd at 11:59 p.m. And I'm going to click back over here while I get into Member Vault, so I'm not sharing my information.
Passwords.
Yes, you know. So let me get into there, and I will share with you what it looks like. And here's the deal, because this is a question that came up the other day. The version 1 of the Stash Busting Quickies will eventually be put people who purchase volume 1 of Stash Busting Quickies will eventually have access to the Stash Busting Quickies inside Member Vaults. We're going to send that out, but we're trying to get through this entire release before we jump in and do that. Oh gosh, did I do it again? I forgot my password. All right, I got to do this. Fill time for me.
Okay. So I actually have been messaging. I'm sure you guys can probably hear me clicking over here. I've been messaging back and forth with Jean, and okay. Sorry, she just sent me another message. So I just messaged back and forth with Jean, and she got the one bag, one yarn option, the standard ticket. It looks like that is fixed. So it might take your computer a couple minutes to, like, Google has to recache that. If you are using Google Chrome, you can force your computer to see that by hitting Control F5. If you are using an Apple device, if you are on Apple, you can do Command R. And if you are on a Linux system, it's just F5. I looked it up because I was like, I'm going to figure this out. So you can basically force Google to update the web page. Like, that's a thing. Sometimes, like, Google's like, nah, I already saw what it looked like. I don't need to do anything new. You have to go tell them to do it. So that's what we did. It looks like it is working. You can tell that it's different because the formatting looks weird because Jean just threw the code in, and we'll go back and make it look pretty in a minute. Like, right now, we just want to make sure the button is working. So that's how you can tell, is if that standard button looks a little weird, like it's not completely centered. That's how you know you're in the right place.
That's funny.
Well, I mean, this is kind of like the back end. Oh, and there's Jean. She's like, so sorry for these technical issues, guys. There's Jean, Just Nation Yarn. There she is. She's amazing. Because she's also troubleshooting another issue. This is what it's like when you have a small business. Like, you wear all the hats. So like,
You wear all the hats.
Oh, Lisa says it's working. Thank you so much for letting us know, Lisa. And thank you for subscribing. We really appreciate it. It's going to be so great. Okay, sorry. Because like I know where we're going next year and like so excited. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and say again, December, still my favorite. It's fine. Every time.
Still your favorite. She froze up on me, or did I freeze up on everybody else?
No, I can see you.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not frozen.
Okay.
Jean, I'm really good at yarn. Maybe not the back end of websites though. That's not true, Jean. You are a
You're excellent. You're excellent, Jean.
Person. So this is what it's like to run a small business. Like when you hit a glitch, you just have to like put this fire out. Like you just have to do it. And I'm lucky enough that like Jean is awake, and because she's in Marley's time zone. I'm behind you guys. You guys are in the future. So like she's awake and she's at work, and she was here to troubleshoot all those things. So like I'm very lucky. But when that kind of thing happens on my website, like I should just stop what I'm doing and fix it. Marley understands. Like she's had, I mean, didn't your website was down for like what, 2 days? Because
yeah, and you know, WordPress engine still doesn't know why it was doing that. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyways, all right, here we go.
Yay,
everybody. This is Member Vault. Okay, so I don't know if I have to have that in there or not. Let me see if I can go like here. Member Vault. All right, so if you go to that URL, you don't have to, but you can. It's marleybird.vipmembervault.com. It actually takes you what I'm calling like the Marley Bird House. And so in here, in the Marley Bird House, any workshop or pattern collection that I have available to the public for purchase, you can find in there and you can actually buy. You're in the back end though. You're into where I've already signed in. So you're looking at these products as if you've already purchased them. Okay. So you can see here, there's classic and colorful crochet socks, crochet sock dictionary, which is the companion to classic and colorful socks. If you purchase the Christmas and July stocking collection, it's in there too. So you can see here, you can view product by Crafty Champions Workshop. It's in here. These were the earlier bird bonuses for the classic, but over here is the one I'm not worried. This is the one we're concerned about, right? Stash Busting Quickies, Volume 2. And favorite patterns. This is a one-time offer that you get to purchase. If you purchase Stash Busting Quickie Patterns Volume 2, you get a chance to purchase 7 of our favorite patterns. Actually, they aren't even just our favorite patterns. We collected the favorite patterns from all of you. This is from Tamara and myself. These are patterns that are already out there. We've put them together in one collection though. So there's 7 patterns that you could get for $9.99. And it's actually 8 patterns because I made the Afternoon Delight Quickie hat and cowl a set. And those were 2 individual patterns before. So it's really 8 patterns. But we made that available for $9.99. The only way you can get that, though, is if you buy the Stash Busting Quickies Volume 2. If you do it...
You sneaky little minx.
I know, right? If you do it, though, it'll be in here. So if you don't see this in the Marley Bird House, it's because it's actually not available to the public unless you purchase Stash Busting Quickies Volume 2. Gotcha. All right. So because I have purchased it, it's in here. I can click View Product. So this is the house of Marley Bird, right? So this takes you to, this is the product page. This is what you've bought. This tells you the brief, explanation of what it is. You come down here, this will tell you the different ways you can get your patterns. Now, as of right now, all of the patterns are divided up into modules. The modules are divided like chapters. They're the chapters that are in the PDF. And you will go to each chapter and you'll see all of the patterns that are in there. I'll show you how that works here in a minute. On December 5th, we will upload the full PDF ebook. Okay, that will be very, very big, very, very large. We learned last year that a lot of you wish that we had individual patterns as an option also, which is why we made that as an option this year. So there will be 2 different ways for you to get these patterns. It'll be you go in and download each one individually as needed. You could download the full PDF whenever you want. And it's not just a one singular download. They're going to be here in your member vault for whenever you need them. Okay. The convenient thing too is if ever we need to go in and maybe add errata or update things, they're all going to be there. So you'll always have access to the newest version of whatever it may be. Okay. It's all housed right here. That's the beauty of Member Vault. Once you join one of our programs and it's in Member Vault, that's your username. That's your password. So as long as you use the same email address to purchase your new product, that's when you purchase that, it sends a technological email to the company, to Member Vault, to say, hey, add this email address to this product so that way it shows up in your own screen. Does that make sense to everybody?
It's a fascinating time to be alive.
It's really
I mean,
amazing.
that's a really like the technology that does very cool. That's very cool.
It's really cool. So those are the different ways. So these are your 12 modules. Don't get stuck on the word module. It's essentially these are your chapters. So if you want your hat pattern,
these are, I love the way this. I bought mine, but I haven't gone into my.
Thank you. No, you're fine. So you have your hat patterns. You have your cowl and scarves. You have your hand warmers, your apparel and wearable, and this will be where the shawl is also. Your home decor, your scrappy happy, your last minute quickie patterns, your warm toe patterns. And then as you're purchasing this right now with your bonuses, you're going to have your gift tag bonuses are in here. Your holiday planner is in here. Your bonus codes for your Ravelry will be in here. And notice these have an expiration date. So these will go away after the end of this year. So you only have this much time to actually use them. And then over here, this is where the full PDF will be added on December 5th. Does that make sense? Okay. So let's go into one of these and take a peek. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to show you the apparel and wearable because that's where the shawl is. So if I click view this module, it takes me to this page, right? This page, here are all the downloadable patterns available to you. You can click whichever one you want and it will pop up. So the return to me boomerang shawl, I'll click it. There's the pattern and you would download it just like we talked today about 24 days of quickies. You see how easy that is, you guys? Like it's so easy.
I love when you have the pattern set up that way. Like that is really wonderful. I mean, last year, I loved last year's quickies too. I thought they were great with the hyperlinks and the PDF was wonderful.
And those hyperlinks will be added to the PDF that will be added.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, duh. But I love that you can do it individually too. That's a great addition.
Thank you. It was a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, guys. Like that's. I deeply understand how much work that is. I deeply understand. We do have a question that I don't know the answer to, so I would answer it in the chat, but I don't know. Sure. So Lindsay is from the UK and she wanted to know if she purchases the patterns, do they come with video too? Or she's been crocheting since March and she tends to get a little bit stuck. So she wants to know if there's pictures or videos that go with the patterns.
Okay. So if one of the patterns has, maybe there's a technique in it that we have a standalone video for, we have linked that within the pattern. But as far as individual patterns or individual videos for the patterns, we did not do that. That would be more along the lines of like a workshop.
Okay.
But for these, no, it's purely, like I said, if there is a pattern or a video we could link to within the pattern to help with some instruction, we did that. But as far as making a video for each of the patterns, we did not do that. Does that answer? I think that answers. One thing you'll notice on here is I did add the word knit or crochet at the end of each of these. So that way it would better help you understand which ones were knit and which ones were crochet. Also, trying to make it easy for you. Up here, guys, these EP, these are points that you actually can get as you are downloading patterns, stuff like that. They pertain nothing to you in this particular instance. When you're doing different workshops and stuff with us, they have a little bit more importance to them. Yeah, so just pay no attention to them for this. I can't turn them off for this. At least I haven't figured out how, but just don't worry about it. Don't stress it. You will notice there's a lot of hat patterns because I really like making hats. So I've made a lot of hat patterns, but here's something new this year.
Also, though, like real talk, I can make a hat in about a movie. Like I can watch a movie and have a hat done.
Yeah.
So like when it comes to like a quick thing, like I need a thing, you get a hat. That's my life. Like that's
great. You're going to notice there are 2 Tunisian patterns this year. So there's 2 Tunisian crochet patterns. Those are Robin Chichula's patterns that she is offering. So we have 2 Tunisian patterns. And then, I can't believe I didn't do these in alphabetical. This must have been the only one I didn't do alphabetical. Because look, they're all crochet and then all knit. So I'll have to change that. But yeah, that's how this works. So those are the hat patterns. You could go to the cowl and scarf patterns. There's quite a few of those for you to check out. But it's that easy to tackle. And the only way this is different from like one of the workshops, just so you guys know, if you went to the Classic and Colorful Crochet Workshop, which is masterful. It's amazing. In here, you also have modules. Here's the Google hack if you guys haven't seen it yet. In here, we have modules but each of these do come with videos. So all of these come with videos. So like if I went to the toe up versus toe down module, I'd click this, and over here, I would come into this one. Is that how I do this? Yeah. So I click into here for this one, and it comes up with the video. Here's my download that I have available. So it makes it so that you have everything in one place. It's very super convenient to have everything where
I
you
love that everything's in one place. Like that's a thing that I always find to be really helpful, because otherwise I feel like I'm constantly like, where did I save that on my computer, or research? Because like I wanted to do something out of stash posting quickies last year's pattern, like for a friend, and I was like, I couldn't find it on my computer, so I had to go back through and find the email it sent to.
right.
So this is great.
Well, and here's the thing is last year we wanted to do this, but technology was not on our side and it wouldn't work for us. So this is
I
what
remember
we wanted
that.
to do last year. But you can see here, guys, is if you were to join the classic and colorful crochet socks, like they come with video tutorials, there's downloads. Like this is epic in the way it's all built up. Like we've spent so much time organizing all of this. I think it's organized beautifully. We had one naysayer who said that a kindergartner could have done it better. And I was like, okay, thanks. But even in here, no joke.
It's fine.
People are rude.
People are rude.
So then right here, you know, there's a chance for the full ebook for this one. And then right here, so these bonuses, see how they're grayed out? It's because these bonuses are connected to how many EP points you get. So once you get a certain number of EP points, these open up. That's why they're grayed out. And so that's where the EP point stuff kind of come into play. But that's the way the back end of the Member Vault looks if you're in a workshop, if you're at all interested in checking all of that stuff out. And again, if you went to the I call it the Marley Birdhouse, you can see these are my products because I've purchased all of them. But if I was not logged in, I wonder what it looks like. Let me log out. So I'm not logged in. So if you went to that website, this is what you would see. You'd see where you could actually purchase and get things. And you'll notice that not everything is here that was on the other page, because those are exclusive things that you can get later on. So that's how that stuff works, y'all. That's Member Vault. So make sure you remember that URL, not that. It always keeps adding that little kind of stuff, but this is the URL. Yeah. All right. So that URL. And again, I can drag this to where it goes to Marley Bird. Well, it's not letting me right now. It's not letting me drag it right now. Anyways, if you put it in your Marley Bird folder, you'll know where the Member Vault is all the time. Makes it really sweet. Makes it awesome. All right. I know we've been on here forever, but we have one more thing, because I don't know if you know this. So we had Dawn from Twice Shared Sheep on the YouTube channel. I almost said podcast. We don't do the podcast anymore. Right. On the YouTube channel. And she is doing an Advent box that she sends out. And it's a lot of tools and stuff like that. She sent me one this year. I never get one. So I got one this year. And I was like, I'm going to open it one for each day. Like we're doing this, right? I thought it would be fun. So if you guys ordered the Twice Sheared Sheep box and you don't want to see what the first thing is, I'm going to tell you goodbye. Like leave right now and go be surprised on your own as you open your own. I'm going to open mine right now. And I think this would be a fun little surprise for us to do together. As I'm doing that, I'm going to have you, are there any other questions that I might have missed? I mean, because I haven't been looking.
No, I don't think so.
Can you see this precious baby?
I can. What
She's
precious
like,
baby.
what you want? Hi, baby. I got it. I gotta get in.
Okay, so Lindsay, who had the question about the video, said that your answer was great. The links sound wonderful. It's her first time watching. Well, welcome. We're glad you're with us.
Welcome to the party.
Welcome to the party, the Lindsay and Marley show. We're a little weird. It's fine. Thea said she just bought your crochet socks workshop on Monday.
Oh, nice.
And she said she used the same email address, so should they both be in her vault? And that is correct. Yes. So
they should. Yes.
They should both appear there.
And here's the thing. Hold on. Like, so we had to update our verbiage because this is something we actually didn't think about. Because this is like one of the first times that we've had like back-to-back things in vaults. Because typically, if it's the first time you've purchased, when you go to Member Vault, your email address will be your username and your password. But if you're already part of my Member Vault, then you would use the password you've already established. Now, if you have any troubles, guys, here's the cool thing. I have a customer support team. You just email contact@marleybird.com and they will help you out. So say for some reason it's not showing up and you're already established Vault, we can get that connected. All we have to do is click a button and it connects you. So we can get that fixed very easily. So don't hesitate to contact us. Look at her. It's because I talked to her. So now she's like, I want to talk to you, mommy. Hello, Pearly
She's
girl.
like, Mom, I love you the most.
Hello. I know she gets a haircut next week, I think. Next week I get the hair. You got to go to booty shop and get beautiful. You going to go get beautiful? Yes. Okay, go lay down. I know. I go lay down. I got it open. She's going to come over here. And,
okay. Right. And also, so Kehlani is going to grab her box number 1 now. So she's going to open it with you. I'm excited that I just get to like
be a part of it.
Yes.
Awesome. Kelly Small. To see it. She says Marley's customer support team is awesome. Thank you.
Yes, that is so true.
I think so too. Okay. So this is the twice share. I haven't even taken the bow off. Like I have been dying to open this. Okay. I don't know if there are any more of these available, but you could always check them out. Twice Shared Sheep. And I know we did a live here on YouTube with them, and there was a code. Let me go look and see if I can see just while we're here. Why not? I'm gonna go look real quick.
So she has 2.
She has 2 left.
She has 2 left. She had 500 to begin with. They started shipping early November, and she currently has 2.
No way. Is that Dawn? Is she here?
I don't know.
Where'd you see that?
I went to her website.
Oh, it's on the website. She has 2. All right, y'all. There's 2. I'm just gonna let you just go.
So here we go. I'll read you the description. When we say Knitter's Advent Calendar, we're not talking about one of those flimsy little chocolate Advent calendars. You know, the ones that you rip open with a little door to get a tiny piece of remarkably crappy chocolate. True story. I got one of those last year and gave it to my kids after eating one piece. It was that bad. Our Knitter's Advent Calendar is so stuffed to the brim with gorgeous luxury knitting things that you'll swear Santa read your mind. Whether you open one box each day as instructed, open them all at once, we won't judge, or decide to tuck the whole thing under the tree for a single giant gift on Christmas morning, we know this Christmas is going to be the best one you've had in years. 25-day calendars will contain at least $350 worth of wonderful knitting goodies and never before seen row counters, exclusive goodies only found in our Advent calendar.
I love this. And you know what I think? I think it would be awesome if everybody bought one next year and we all opened it together, like on the live. Like
if I had known, I'd have bought one and we could open it together. I didn't know.
Because that would be awesome. Okay, here we go. I just put links in the chat. So if you want to purchase the last 2, the links in the chat. But also, if you sign up for her newsletter, you get a 20% off coupon that you can apply to the box. So that helps.
And like looking at the box, like I'm looking at she took a picture of the interior. Like this is very... this is beautiful.
So in years past, she has done all of the boxing and the numbering and everything herself. This year, she had a company help her.
Good for her, because this is I can attest that this is a lot of work.
This is a lot of work.
When we did that box, we packed all of those boxes in one day. My sister and I did it while Jean was away. Like we were in Jean's studio, and we packed all the boxes, like one package of each in every box, like laid out in a specific way. And when we were done, I could barely walk. I could barely walk.
Oh my gosh. All right. So it has this is a great box. It has it's like magnet. Okay. So you lift it. I don't want them to fall out. Look at how great that is.
I can tell you right now, those are not going to fall out.
It is so beautiful. All right. So I'm opening day number 1. I'm going to pull out day number 1. This is exciting. I've never had an Advent box before. Like ever. Okay. Yeah, they are in there. Okay, here's the first one.
So Jean, so if you guys are if you're hearing my computer ching, it's because Jean is like, there's a company that will help you package this.
I was going to connect you with her afterwards.
Oh, please, thank you so much. I was going to be like, you got to tell me who this is.
Don't worry. I was already there.
Because Jean and I have a whole bunch of ideas, but the problem is we don't have time to get together.
Yeah.
Packaging part. Like that's the problem.
This is, I'm pretty sure, I mean, she had it all. It's amazing. All right, here we go. It's nice packaging too.
Jean, her response is, you guys.
Okay. Looks like it's a larger Twice Shared Sheep. And she does her own watercolors and stuff too.
Oh my gosh.
It's a bag. It's a stand bag on the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Look.
Oh, cute little handle.
You know I love a bag. There's that. It has
that pocket. Anyone who does that kind of pocket.
And there's that.
Like I hate that kind of. I will never do that kind of pocket because I am not patient. That's the fact.
Can I just tell you? I think it's so smart to give a bag as the first thing because now I can open everything up and put it in my bag.
That is super smart.
It's very smart. All right.
It's like time or back strength. Seriously, I hurt for a week while packaging the Olympic boxes. Jean, when my sister and I went back to our hotel, like I was in so much pain. I felt like my pelvis was fractured, like from walking. Like I was hobbling. My sister was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I am not okay." My body is like, "You are not 20, boo."
That's me every night. I don't know why I'm putting it. I don't want it back. Okay, so this is the first one. Okay, so it's so great. They make these really awesome. You know the row counter. That's from Twice.
Yeah, is this who makes your favorite row counter?
So yeah, well, they make the row counters, but then I make my own now. And
yeah,
so
no, I know you do.
People asking me to make some, but yeah. All right, so we'll open the next one tomorrow. I'm gonna put this away. I didn't put it back in the box, but I'm gonna put the box back in.
Also, I'm very impressed that they got that bag in that box. Very impressed.
Yeah, it was folded up really, really tight. All right, so there it is. I'm gonna put this aside. I will not open another one until with all of you. I will do it with all of you. So that's the first one. We're all done. That's it. That is a cute bag. That is a cute bag.
It is a cute bag.
All right, guys. I think that's all the information we have to share today. Don't forget you have all day to download the 24-day of Quickie patterns, but after today, those are gone. Don't forget the holiday armadillo, though, is all the way through December, right? So Marley
and that basically covers like if you wanted to get your needles monogrammed.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You got it. So the Marley Knits is the code to use. It's all written on the website, so you can check that out. Thank you again so much to Chrissy Jeffries for putting this all together. Stay tuned for more holiday armadillos. And then again, my friends who celebrate Hanukkah,
happy Hanukkah.
Make sure you watch tomorrow.
It's gonna be so good.
It's pretty awesome. It's pretty. I would show you today, but I don't have the pictures on the pattern to put it up, so that's why I couldn't do it. But you're gonna love it. All right, we have been on here a significant amount of time. Yeah. Shocker.
But you know what? It's also the first day. Like we had to do a lot of stuff.
But can we just say,
banana.
This is. Can you believe it's been a year? It's been a year since the banana issue.
Okay.
That's it from us, everybody. We will see you back here tomorrow. Our goal is to be on here about 10 o'clock a.m., but don't hold us to that. That's the goal. Always have goals, but we need you to be flexible with us because some days. All right, y'all. I love you. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and all of the other holidays that are out there going on. We'll talk to you again very soon. Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.